Yeah,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Russell podcast where conversation flourish, experiences unfold, and inspiring story find their voice. Today, we embark on yet another enriching episode, delving into the realm of healthcare and surgical expertise. I'm thrilled to introduce our distinguished guest, Dr. Sachin Jhawar, a luminary in the field of medicine. Dr. Jhawar stands as a beacon of excellence, serving as a laparoscopic and bariatric surgeon, healthcare entrepreneur, and a director of clinical service at Apex Hospital Private Limited. With over 2 decades of dedicated service in the domain of general surgery, Dr. Jawar's journey is marked by unparalleled commitment and profound expertise. His qualifications speak volumes, holding an MBBS, MS in general surgery, and a membership in the esteemed Royal College of Surgeons. Beyond his clinical endeavors, Dr. Jawaz is a visionary leader steering the operations of Apex Hospital Private Limited across multiple locations, ensuring access to top-notch healthcare facilities in Jaipur, Suratgarh, and Ranthambore. Additionally, he pioneers ACE Vision Healthcare Consultants, a cornerstone in providing holistic healthcare solutions. Join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Sachin Jawar as we embark on a journey of enlightenment and discovery on Russell Podcast. Hello, sir. So, can we start?
Sure. Very, very well. I have actually never been introduced so elaborately in my entire life. So I'm very, very thankful to you and
That's
really humbled.
so, sir.
You
We'll be
have
having a couple
what
of
I
questions.
am, perhaps, Sure.
We have a couple of questions for us. Can we start?
Yeah.
Okay. So my first question goes like, can you tell us about bit about your journey into the field of surgery and what inspired you to specialize in laparoscopic and bariatric surgery?
So, see, every life is basically influenced either by an incident or a person. So, my father was a doctor. And, as a child, there was a lot of influence. And uh, I think everybody in my family manifested that I should become a doctor. So, people, even when I was in school, and I remember people saying that because your father is a doctor, you will become a doctor. So, in my life, I actually never thought about doing anything else apart from being a doctor. There was no second thought about becoming a doctor. And, uh, when you do medicine or MBBS, so you do your basic, medical thing, and then you have a choice of whether you want to do surgery or whether you want to take up medicine, which field and whatever. So I think during my training period, I was impressed by a few surgeons. I liked I think the vibe that I got from a surgeon, I did not get from a physician. It is so, manifestation made me a doctor and vibe made me a surgeon.
So true, sir. That's so inspiring. So the other question is, how did you transition from being a surgeon to also becoming a healthcare entrepreneur, establishing Apex Hospital Private Limited and ACU Vision Health Consultants?
So, see, sometimes Kanushka, you get credit of things you do not do, and sometimes you blame for things you not do. So, firstly, I did not establish Apex, and I did not establish ACE. So, Apex was established by my father, and ACE was established by my wife. And see, so first thing is that uh, I yes, I played my role in taking Apex forward. So I think entrepreneurship, because my father and our forefathers, so we come from a Bania family based out of Mahajan, which is a small town near Bikaner. So, I think from time immemorial, I don't remember anybody or anyone in our family tree actually doing anything but business. So I think business is in my was in my genes. So I had to, venture into entrepreneurship at some point. That was my destiny. And see, the other thing is that as a doctor, you treat patients, but as an entrepreneur, you can fill gaps. So, as a doctor, as an entrepreneur, so what I felt is that I am really blessed that by training I am a doctor and by heart I am an entrepreneur. And if you today, if you ask anybody, even pre-COVID, post-COVID, health is something that there is a very big gap. See, you can provide education online. You can provide lots of other resources, but without actually being in contact of the other person. You can email it them, you can courier them, whether it's food, whether it's delivery, everything else. But healthcare is actually one thing. Delivering 100% healthcare without the doctor being touching the patient is impossible. So that is where, yes, technology will play its role, but entrepreneurship, the ability to take the medicine or the hospital to where patients are, that at some point will definitely require an entrepreneur.
Yeah. Okay. So my next question is, you have been recognized for your commitments to continuous learning and research. How do you stay updated with the latest advancement in surgical techniques and technologies?
So again, a very good question. So we are very lucky, Karishka, that we are in a profession where there are continuous meetings happening, and main surgical learning and upgrade now happens in conferences where these stalwarts of the world, they would present cases, they would present data, there would be panel discussions, and we are very fortunate now that previously we had to go to conferences and everything, but now a lot of this data or a lot of this information is available digitally. So if you want to look at any topic, uh, searching for that particular topic on the internet or the web is very very easy, and there is some fantastic data available. The other thing is a research paper. So in our field, research papers have taken slightly backseat, but discussions, formal, informal, they are at the forefront of learning new things.
Even the social media, I think it is playing a great role in all these things.
Yeah, definitely. Social media is like, it's a boon or bane, or
Yeah.
जैसा हिंदी में कहते हैं वरदान है अभिशाप है, we don't know. It I think it is how you take it, but I always take social media very positively. I think social media has impacted the world in a very very positive way, and as it is with, even if you take any vitamin in overdose, it will react. So I think social media in the prescribed dose is perhaps the key to success for any business or any uh, endeavor in today's world.
Yeah, sure, sir. So, the next question is, can you share some insights from your recent publications, like how they contribute to the medical community?
Good. So Kanishka, we are very lucky now, Rohit, that we have two junior doctors. So now our hospital and myself have been recognized where doctors are coming and they will be training under us for 3 years, and then they will be going, so they will be doing their examination with the Diplomat National Board. So they are doing two publications. They are doing thesis. One is doing thesis on varicose veins, which is swelling on the veins in the legs mainly, and another one is doing a research on cancer. So this is something that is will be available will be there for people to have a look at about in about a year and a half time. So, and in the meantime, see, I have been a part of a lot of workshops, because in surgery, rather than theory and research paper, execution is key. So everybody knows the steps. You can have a look at the papers and everything, but doing it, mentoring it, making people understand it in a stepwise, showing is more important than telling in my field. So I have been a part of over 100 conferences, and we would go and we would show how operations are done. We would we would do panel discussions where we would sit down and we would discuss difficult situations. We would clear doubts. There are lectures involved which help doctors to establish their own setups, hospitals, what challenges they would do. So in the last 4 or 5 years, whereas I was a 50% doctor, 50% entrepreneur, I am more into a medical entrepreneur role where delivery of healthcare is more important to me, rather than a delivery just of surgery. I think I have, from a surgeon, I am moving towards more towards medical entrepreneur. So in today's time, there are a lot of people who would come and seek healthcare advice as to how they would provide healthcare in different areas. So I think my role in helping, facilitating people, facilitating organizations, in that sort of role has become more important.
Yeah. So, sir, the next question is, as a healthcare entrepreneur, what are some trends or development in the healthcare industry that you find particularly exciting and promising?
So the use of technology is something which is very exciting and which is very promising. So at Apex Hospital also we have sort of formed a digital transformation and technology cell. So digitalization of patient journey, digitalization of patient records, digitalization of different interactions, all of that is pretty fascinating. So like in the I will give you one example which we've recently done, that every patient has a barcode. So you scan the barcode. If there is any problem or any feedback, you just put it at the barcode. It will, if it is a nursing feedback, it will go to the nursing in charge. If it's the front office, it will go to that. And people in the management at the top can see at in how much time was that problem solved. And everything can be kept digitalized. So all of these things will definitely change the patient experience, and this is just the beginning. So there are electronic medical records, and there are discharge processes, and there are telemedicine, and there are hundreds of things at the other end. We are looking at robotics and in surgery. So general surgery, laparoscopic surgery is transforming now uh, into robotic surgery. So we are also contemplating acquiring the robot now. So there are lots and lots of technologically driven and digitally evaluated programs. And I am sure in the next few years, healthcare will be very specific and will be very patient friendly.
Yeah, sure, sir. I think even the technology is like one of the adding factor to medical domain, according to me. Like we
Yeah,
can,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So
Now, Kanishka, in the future, what will happen is that in medical schools or in postgraduate departments, there will be graduation in medical. So right now there is a post graduation in biotechnology, which is not for doctors. So engineers do take up biotechnology. So I think so. You understand what I mean? Engineering's learning biology means biotech.
yeah,
Okay. What I am saying is medical doctors learning technology. So post graduation in medical technology should also happen. So it should be both biotechnology and medical technology. And then doctors and engineers should sit together and make healthcare more, more technology savvy, more technologically driven.
just to do I'm an engineer student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can sit with a doctor and you guys can see how things work with your other paramedical colleagues and with your sort of commercial team, so that not only the equipment or the delivery of care is done properly, as well as it can be done in a manner which is affordable also for patients and for different organizations.
Yeah. So, sir, my last question is, do you have any final words of wisdom or encouragement for our listeners, especially those who may be facing surgical decisions or exploring career path in healthcare?
So I think, see, healthcare, there were about 5, 6 years back, sales was the biggest employer in the world. Now, healthcare is the biggest employer in the world. There is no question about it. 100-bed hospital, uh, it sort of, employs over 200 to 300 people. Whereas, to put in a 1,000-bed hospital will have about 4 to 5 thousand employees. So you have to imagine the employment that healthcare is generating. The only thing in healthcare is that it is a process of complete dedication. So healthcare is not about to give and take. Healthcare is about give and give, and you have to have faith in God that you will be compensated much more than the time and effort that you have put. If you have long term vision for your career, healthcare is the perfect match for you. Whether you want to become a doctor, a nurse, a technician, even open a hospital, entrepreneur, doing medicine, long term view, some sort of patients, start giving first. Healthcare gives in multiples of hundreds. That is what I had to say, Kanish.
That's it, sir. Thank you for joining our podcast, sir. It was indeed wonderful listening to you. So, and I'm even inspired with your the opinions, the thoughts which you're having towards
No,
being
it's a
half
pleasure.
doctor and being half an entrepreneur. It's so good to hear you, sir.
Yeah.
Till then, please
Thank you very
subscribe
much.
to our channel for more.
Yeah,
We'll do that.
Yes.
thank you
Thank you,
so
Rohit.
much for coming. Thank you so much for
Thank you so
coming,
much.
Leonard.